Finally, got this one. Um, let's see. Like I said, I'm going to talk about the results of AEW All Out. As y'all in Sunday's video, I was talking about WrestlePalooza and how good, not good, but not how. Let's see. It wasn't really great at all. And like I mentioned earlier, the only thing that saved, that PLE is the women's match. So that was like match of the night. Like the last two matches was okay. Then you got the Cena and Lesnar match. Really kind of sucked. Um, but yeah, so I'm just trying to go to get this ready for the I'm just let me see if there's anything to talk about. Oh yeah, they did release the PWI 500. Normally, I really don't even care about that. I really don't because it's just based on their writer's opinion. Because I know, of course, everybody's gonna have an opinion, but I guess there's just certain things it's just like no. So, but that's just me. Oh god. Okay. There's few wrestling news to talk about, so just give me a few moments, and then I said if y'all probably saw on my Arthur Smith page on Facebook that I really criticize Resapalooza and also my points and views on like AEW All Out. So just like kind of collect my thoughts and like get that together. So just like I said, I'm trying to look for the no, not the review. Let's see. Oh, that's good. Pro Wrestling Noah now scheduled for NXT stars. Interesting. We will be reading that. Just sorry, I'm just apologizing that trying to look for the results of. Come on, where is it? Okay, we're close. I would like the guy Wrestle Incorporated some take. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Okay, not the Wrestle Palooza results. Dang, it's like a lot to like look up and like guys like there were some returns, some debuts and stuff like that. So believe me, like I may be like a little bit harsh, but not as bad as WrestlePalooza. So you kind of get one rating all out. So okay, we start this pre-recorded episode and we will start. And plus, there are like two videos that I'm going to do in my Korean. Welcome to the live. I appreciate it. Um, y'all get a chance, please, subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to at least like 1,000 subscribers. Hopefully by the end of the year. It doesn't look like it, but you know what? Anything can surprise me, so you never know. Um, yeah, like when we get to like 1,000 subscribers, we are gonna start doing giveaways, and for like same thing for you like on watching on my personal TikTok page. We can do some stuff too. So just keep on up with the likes. So we all appreciate it. TikTok, but let me get this started. Three, two, one. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to WFSO Aftermath Special. Um, yeah, it's mainly just gonna be all about wrestling. I'm gonna try to put this for like the next half hour, either like 30 to 45 minutes at the most. So, like, I'm gonna get on.
You got me at it all damn night. Oh, 45-minute bullshit.
I know, but like the few weeks before, I was going good on that, and like,
Notice you were
yeah,
very good on that.
were, yeah, there's the key word, were. Oh boy,
That's 3 hours later. I'm coming to you at 2 in the morning going, please come to bed.
okay. Anyways, of course you know that AEW All Off was this past Saturday in Toronto, so they already had 62 losses, so they got to have a big of a streak if they want to get to 100 wins. And just right now, it may not be looking good, but you know what? It was wishful thinking. Just put it that way. I didn't see the tailgate one that they showed like on HBO Max and TNT. I did not see that one. So we're just gonna go with this as we go. So the Ops with Power Hobbs and Simone Joe versus the Workhorsemen, Davey Drake and Anthony Henry. The Ops, of course, they won. Um, Karsho Shibata versus Daniel Garcia. I saw like the finish of this and like a different move for Daniel Garcia, and yeah, and Daniel Garcia won. So I wonder if he wanted to like change his attitude just to try to be up there in the title picture, which he deserved. Decent TNT champion, and like I said, they need to like AEW just need to make more their original stars just to at least win the big title. But that's my thing. Skin usually just gets irritated just for some crazy reason. Hologram and Pentagon, and on the Paragon with Roger Strong and Kyle O'Reilly versus the Riot House. So it's mainly like a 6-man tag, I should say. Hologram and Paragon did win. Um, Tailgate Brawl. So it was an 8 women tornado tailgate brawl. Kind of wish I would have saw that one, but just wasn't thinking. Hey, Coop, what's going on? Um, let's see. Yeah, they just make it like so interesting. So Willow Nightingale, Queen Amita, Nina Skaragaka, sorry if I said the name wrong, and Harley Cameron, they won the match. They end up, beating Megan Bain, Penelope Ford, and Julia Hart and Sky Blue. Okay, and I think, they now we're on to the main card. So if they can do like 3 matches in an hour, like what's WWE's excuse? Especially in the PLE. I don't know. But especially with like the big the big four pay-per-views or PLEs, wherever you want to call them, they'll have like a whole long 2-hour pre-show just talking about what we already know. We just need one reminder, not like two, three, or four. So, like I said, FTR versus Coop and Christian, very good match. A lot of moves and stuff going on, and the thing I was happy about. I don't know what's Beth's name going to be after you know Saturday. I don't know if she's going to be on there on tomorrow or anything like that, but it was a good appearance to see her in, and maybe they're working something. But some people were saying like Beth Phoenix isn't on the Legends contract, but at the same time, the Legends they can sign or go anywhere they want. So yeah, um, but yeah, it was like some close, like close calls. You thinking like, is this match gonna end? But the match, some of the matches didn't end as you thought how bad or quickly it was gonna be. So yeah, everything's all good, and Coop and Cage did win the match. So good. I must have did not see this one. So after the match, oh yeah, they did came in and attacked them. Coop get handcuffs up to the ropes. FTR has a spike pile driver on Christian Cage. Then Beth in there try to interfere. Then she ended up getting the the spike pile drive for her. So they actually most likely it seemed like this feud was going to continue. So, but then again, you got Adam and you got Christian. So who's going to help them? You saw that Beth came to help, but who's going to help them with the other two problems? So I guess that does wait, a question. I I did say, it could be, one of their I think it was like few of the matches I thought it was good storytelling, but this was one of them. So, I get criticized, AEW for not having enough good like storytelling. I do criticize them on that, and it's like with Dynamite and Collision, they just throw everything together. That's mainly what they do, just throw things together. So, that's my issue. And this match, Big Bill versus Eddie Kingston. Yeah. The pickup beginning of the match was good, but like all the way through the match to the end of it, which was bad. So, my opinion, Eddie Kingston did one, so that's great, but the match was bad. Maybe the finish, maybe like took away everything, but yeah, this did not make me more interested, especially how Eddie Kingston is, his ring style. So, and you thinking like Big Bill was going to deliver too, but it's some like highs and lows on this match in general. So, if I had to say it, at the moment, as I'm like recalculating right now, I think this was probably the worst match that AEW has done for this pay per view. Yeah, this was the match I said that was going to be a very good storytelling with Mark Briscoe and MJF with the tables intact, and I don't mind like kind of like hardcore matches, but just certain matches just didn't have to drag this long. And I feel like this match did. And especially, MJF, had to go from one place to another within a matter, I think it was like a matter within 12 hours. So, yeah, it's crazy. So, okay, excuse me. Anyway, so, like I said, the match was a good storytelling, and it's a good win for Mark Briscoe, and I'm glad he did. And, like, this was, somewhat like his type of match anyway, so I'm glad he did win it, and yeah, and MJF, he did his thing too, so can't complain. And like I said, like maybe they did things like too over the top and maybe a little bit too much, but but overall it was a good match. Probably like the best match of the night, in my opinion. So the Hurt Syndicate was in action. Of course, they went against the Gates of Agony. Um, which the the, the problem with this match, with the trios match, and now I guess some of y'all know probably how much I don't say I really hate Ricochet, but I think it's just like his attitude is just misplaced. So yeah, some people don't like him for like certain reasons, and I don't like him because of his arrogance. And like in AEW, he hasn't done anything. In WWE, at least he had like a few titles, like North American champion. Got called up was United States and Intercontinental Championship. So right now, in my opinion, he did better in WWE than he did in AEW, and I still say this to this day until something changed. But anyways, it was Ricochet and the Gates of Agony, and I think they got a new name. I think it's called the Demand. I don't know what to say. I'm sorry. I just think it's a dumb name. But like I said, it was a good match. But I really can't stand it. They made like MVP like the weakest link out of her syndicate, which is not the case. Neither of them are like weak or anything like that. Probably only thing if you look at the demand, the weakest link is Ricochet, and I don't know. It just seems like I didn't get that much of of that. So that's just me. But it had to be I don't know. I wouldn't say it wasn't a bad match. It was just disappointing. Just put it that way. So it was overall just disappointing. Okay. I do admit this. The TBS Championship match. Yes, it did great. I'm saying, why Mercedes Malay is still holding that TBS title. So I guess some people were thinking that I was talking about, just holding all the titles. No, I mean that TBS title. What she did, out of AEW or whatever with the titles and stuff like that, I don't care because some of the belts she won like out of the United States, and like we don't get no like TV or channels or anything like that to see like wrestling like out of the state except for the main three ones that's four I should say that is from here. So and Rio, she did outshine Mercedes Moret in my opinion in this match, so it was pretty good. Like I said, it was maybe like a close, better. It was close to the Women's World Championship match at WrestlePalooza, which I think that was the only match that probably saved the PLE. Um, but yeah, like I know Rio was like a former AEW Women's Championship, but why not TBS Championship? About to say that woman to hold it maybe like was it almost like 3 years? It's get tiresome. It's like the Roman Reigns thing. Like you're gonna get sick and tired of it, and maybe because the title is like the secondary and it's not like the main one, like the women's title. So that's why probably not that many people are not like getting sick of it. But I am, and yeah, like let's say a good match, and did made a crazy joke about Mercedes Moez. Like okay, like normally her outfit, is like a a top man have like not short shorts, but like kind of like shorts, but rare enough to be like they call them trunks, so it's like that kind of like just like underwear, but this one it was kind of really like a little bit out there, and I was just like, okay, where'd that come from? So maybe just me just being surprised about that, but sooner or later, her title reign got to end. It really does. And nothing against anybody, especially like in Ring of Honor, you have Athena that's holding it around the same time. Something's got to give. Like, because I know they got other multiple like women's titles and ROH, but something's got to give. Something just really got to give. Wait a minute. I seen this match, didn't I? I must not have seen this match because I thought I remember seeing it, but yeah, I did because I was like just upset that Okada still retained the title. So still upset with that, and that's probably why I watched it, but just wasn't like very like interested in it. So it kind of sucks. Well, I wouldn't say it kind of sucks, but it sucks for AEW. Um, Coffin match, John Moxley versus Darby Allin. Yeah, it was insane, and I gotta ask y'all something too. That's currently on the live or watching pre-recorded. Like, why are y'all get like hyped up on a pay-per-view when you have wrestlers, say the F word like it's a big thing. What are we, 13? It's
Yes.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. Like people act like 13 when they hear like a wrestler say the F bomb. So yeah, it's kind of the first time, seen it in this element of, pay-per-views, PLEs, whatever you want to call them, that, start saying the F word. So what? It's like we don't have to act like, immature person, like get all hyped up when somebody was saying like F word. And it was said, multiple times by certain wrestlers. It's not a big deal.
Oh, but if I say, I get told to choose more words.
It depends who you're saying it to.
Everyone.
Maybe in a different way with me, but everybody else, I don't know.
I will say it to you. You're special.
Aw, I'm special. But anyway, yeah, this was one of the most brutal matches as well. But I think you only need like one big like stipulation match. But I think there was a few matches that had a whole bunch of stipulations. Like if it was their this was kind of like their main one of their main no them is all in. Then they decided a few years ago to do like all out. So yeah, I guess part of me is kind of still puzzled, but at the same time I'm thinking that yeah, and who made their return? None other than Pac with a new haircut. So interesting. So how about John Moxley and rest of the Death Riders already left. So it was only like them two. Then Pac made his entrance and beat up Darby Allin and
I
got close.
swear I thought you said that Puff Daddy had returned. I'm like, what the fuck?
No, no, no. Although I know he's got found guilty on certain counts, but wasn't it like he's trying to get like time served or something like that so he can get out?
Something like that, but he would have been let out if he'd been time served already.
Very true. So yeah, sorry, but he's going to jail for a long time.
We can help.
But yeah, of course, John Maxley did
And
win the
that's for a
match.
different time.
Right. So he did win the match. Like I said, I thought it would favor like Darby Allen, but then again, you get outnumbered. What more can you do? And really, not much help. So that sucks. Um. Okay. Four-way match for the AEW Women's Title. I'm giving it a thumbs up because it was a very good one. But the shocking ending, yeah. And I guess half of the stuff, Tony Storm was like where she was wearing. I was like, what she's wearing? So it was
Right
just kind of
there.
odd. But anyways, yeah, it was like I said, it was overall a good match as well. So I give AEW credit for that, making the women matter. But it seems like at the same time they're not making women matter. Especially you have like one woman still holding the title for like freaking almost 3 years. Same thing with the Ring of Honor Women's title. But it's like you're not going to elevate your women. But in this part, they kind of did. Chris Statlander did win. Is the new AEW Women's Champion, which I'm happy about, and I was shocked at the same time. So I was thinking Tony Storm was going to retain. So yeah, I was wrong about that. And like I'm glad for her because she only been TBS champion, and that was pretty much it. And like where she's gonna go from there. And finally, she got her moment. So congratulations, Chris Statlander, and celebrate all. And we'll see you. Y'all probably gonna see what happens tomorrow. So I'm probably gonna watch it too. Ladder match was good too. You know, um, too bad, they ain't making fun of the Young Bucks anymore, which kind of sucked, and probably one of the reasons that was still like had me tune in. Um, Latina Elkins, sorry if I get your first name wrong. Welcome to the live. I appreciate it. Um, But yeah, it's the match was just out there. It really was out there. So I would say a decent amount of time for it too. So one of the matches, I give a pass because like it was really worth the timing and stuff, especially like amount of people you had. So Bro Dito did retain the tag titles, so which is good news. So happy about that. The thing that I was really happy for, well, parts of it. So Young Bucks was out there, after the match. Then Jack Perry shows up, like, look at him. Then suddenly just start attacking him. So wow. So Rocky Ramono, yeah, runs in to break it up, then try to attack Jack Perry. Then Jack Perry gave him a running DDT. Buck super kick, Perry. It looked like they was gonna like, actually gonna do that knees, the double knees to him again. Well, not again, but seems like they're gonna do the double knees to him. And he smiled. It went black. Then we saw, that Jack Perry was trying to revive somebody. It ended up being, Kill Switch. And he, yeah, so Kill Switch is back. Both chokes in both the Young Bucks, and the crowd was like really popping for him. And after that, they both hug and just move on, just high fiving the crowd and stuff like that. And Luchasaurus is, he changed his name back to that instead of Kill Switch, which I thought was kind of like don't make sense anyway, because that was kind of like what Christian's move was at one point. So I don't know, but yeah, the Tarzan board did play, and yeah, we was thinking Jurassic Express is back, so that's pretty good. So they just need like another I forgot is it Marco Stink that's was with them? Yeah, maybe they'll put him back, so who knows. Okay, main event, champion versus champion, and I have some ups and downs with this match, because there was certain moves that they was doing on the areas of the ring and stuff, and like it seems like it's it's mainly just gonna be like I'm gonna be more concerned for Kyle Fletcher, after this match, because some of the moves he taken and looked like one of the moves that he took could have been in his career. I know there's things they practice and stuff like that, but sometimes they don't, and they'll just like what, let's go for it. And I know you're supposed to be like professional when it comes to like having like good moves and stuff like that. Finally a base hit, but my thing is there's certain moves that just you just shouldn't do. Period. So that's just me. So yeah, so mainly, I was more concerned about Kyle Fletcher in this match, and when you're like watching wrestling and stuff like that, trained professionals got trained good, whatever, but just some of the moves, I think it was just too much. So yeah, like I said, it was a good move. It was a good match, but it was just a little bit too much with some of the stuff they done. So it did end up being, I think it was like a hardcore match, I believe. Let me go look. Um, okay, somewhat it was, but it was their outside interference. Kyle Fletcher is stripped of the TNT title. Hmm. And Heyman Adam Page would have been like double champion, or they probably would strip it and just like change it to something else. Probably make a tournament or something like that. But yeah, Heyman Page did his move, 1, 2, 3, and they're retaining the title. Well, but yeah, I don't know. It's just one of the things you gotta say about this match. It's just certain moves you just should do because, like, I don't know. It just I'm all about safety. Like, let the wrestlers like keep going until until it's their choice to retire. But yeah, that's just me. Um, I was gonna say something else too. I know I gotta grade it and raid the pay per view, so I am gonna do that. So just like collect my thoughts and give the proper rating and grade. Um, Although yeah, it was great that finally get to see entire AEW pay per view within like the last few years, and but they really gotta do something when it comes to Dynamite and Collision. So it's like things just thrown together, and then you see like the pay per view, some of it has paid off, and just thinking the rest of it, just like what's going on. I don't know, but yeah, just like just some of the shows just fell off. That's why I'm saying they had no storylines, and for some of the stuff they're doing just don't make sense, and it's not like building up good enough. But I know everybody would think the same, but that's just my opinion. Um, let's see. Rate it. So I think I'm gonna rate it first. I will say with more matches on here and with the whole card instead, your low matches. Think about quality over. I think what was it quantity over quality? No, quality over quantity, which I think is BS. So to be real, I think this is actually was better than WrestlePalooza.
Then Daddy was.
Yeah, even NXT tonight was better than WrestlePalooza. That's like the development part of WWE. I don't know. I don't think TKO don't know what they're doing. So, like, you have somebody try to book, but don't try to set like no limits and anything like that. So it's just kind of stupid. But anyways, um, oh, that's a sleep thing. So I will rate this like one the worst and 10 the greatest. Um, it's not. I'm not putting it like down in the middle, so I don't think it deserves a 5 like I gave WrestlePalooza. I would actually would give this like a 7.5 out of 10. I would do that. Yeah, give All Out 7.5 out of 10. So like I said, most of the good matches, I had some concerns, and they had to have like one worse match, and they kind of they did, like I said, with Kingston and Big Bill. So yeah, and grading it, I will grade it a B minus. Yeah, I said I graded WrestlePalooza a C minus, and this one will get a B minus. So okay, fans, I know some of y'all be happy. Yeah, AEW did one. You know the PLEs the same day, so they did win that one. I will give them that. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna stick with. Like 7.5 out of 10 and a B minus. Y'all thinking it should be like a B plus player, but y'all probably would be like upset with that. Some of y'all. But anyways, we're gonna look at a few wrestling news before we end the show. So like I said, like we're mostly just gonna talk about like wrestling. Um, from the looks of it, I've been on here according to looking at to live. It's been over 30 minutes. I think with on TikTok it was probably like maybe 3 or 4 more minutes than that. It just didn't feel like it, but yeah, it does. Yeah, the one thing I'll talk about is the PWI 500. So normally I don't really care about this because it's just their writer's opinion. It's not based off by fans, so don't matter. Um, so yeah, Cody Rhodes did get the number one spot of PWI top 500. So yeah, the only thing I'm disappointed with is John Cena was not in the top 10. I'm not expecting him to be number one, but at least like in the top five for this year. And I probably think probably what affected was that storyline to try to build him as a heel, what everybody wanted, but it fell flat because of stuff that was going on behind the scenes. And yeah, so yeah, I can understand why some people will feel that way about not putting them in the top 10. Well, the writers and stuff. So yeah, okay, so let's see. I guess they just announced their top 10. Let's see. Gunner was third, but who I forgot. Oh yeah, John Mox. How John Moxley isn't? Never mind. Move on. Like I said, I don't care. Just their opinions and whatever. And like I said, he shouldn't have had the world title anyway. So that's probably why they kept him as number two. And plus, certain fans like that. They love like all the hardcore matches that he's done and stuff like that. So like I said, there's times it's just a little bit too much, in my opinion. Okay, Gunter is third. Yeah, reasonable. Let's see, Adam Page in fourth. Okay, fifth is New Japan Pro Wrestling's Hiroki Goto. Okay, then you got Jay Uso, and Swerve Strickland, Seth Rollins. Oh, Mystico. Okay, CM Star. If y'all don't recognize him, he was Sin Cara at one point in WWE. The first phase of Sin Cara. Before they let him go because he was injury prone and stuff like that, and kind of like complaining as well. So what? Yeah, this game is over. It really is. There's no way the Brewers are going to come back. The only reason I'm saying that is because it's just the way they've been playing for the past few games. It's like
Brewers
they're.
ain't wrestling. Get back on track.
I don't know why you rushing me for.
Because you said you wanted to stick to a time limit.
True.
And you're just proving my point that you can't.
Anyways,
Don't change the subject, Joe.
you don't change the subject, Jones.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, there's a few more stories I want to talk about before we end the show as well. So, like I said, although it sucks, the title for the title match end up in a no contest because you know teenage stars were like surrounding the ring just watching the match, and if it wasn't for Trick Williams, I think Trick Williams was figuring that he was going to lose. So he ended up smacking Mike Santana, and Mike Santana hit him back, and ended up being a no contest. I know they couldn't make it into like a disqualification, but and have Trick Williams, at least win the match, but just don't give him the titles. I don't know. That's just me. So let's see. Uh, major injury updated WWE star Piper Niven. Yeah, they were saying like the injury she had could be career ending. So like one of my favorite European wrestlers, and I think they should have pushed her to the moon more than what they should. But if you can push Nia Jax how you did, why not Piper Niven? And like beginning of the her like the top main roster called her Dewdrop. I'm like, what the? I don't know, but that's Vince's creation. So on that one, so it's just stupid. But yeah, oh yes. So I guess Chelsea Green is trying to put up ads for like another person to take her place, take Niven's place for temporarily. Okay, that one I didn't know, but yeah, last time she wrestled was like a little bit exactly a month ago. Um, but they really just didn't say, what was the the injury recovery, like what's yeah, they really ain't saying much. Like on there they said that oh okay, now they do explain it. Okay, it's a serious neck injury. Okay, the official diagnosis wasn't given yet. Um, but I guess some people think that this could be career-ending injury. Kind of the same thing with Austin and who was it? And yeah, there was a few people in wrestling did like end up hurting their neck, and Randy Orton was another one too. Had a neck injury, was really out for a long time, and came back, and I guess I think with some people like when the WWE doctors they tell them at times that you got to limit your certain move sets so you won't re-injure your neck again. So Daniel Bryan, well Brian Danielson, that he's in AEW now. Well, his original wrestling name before he was in WWE, he had a neck injury, and yeah, it's just this just times just some people will be careful. Paige, aka Soraya, she had a neck injury as well, so that's why WWE kind of like did not extend her contract and before she went to AEW, and she wants to come back to WWE, but I don't know what WWE is doing. So maybe they did talk, and maybe they'll have a surprise appearance for like maybe Survivor Series or Royal Rumble. Who knows? Um, so for people that want Soraya, aka Paige, to be back on WWE, might have to get that one a little bit of time, or do like what everybody doing. What happened with Jimmy Kimball again. Uh, suspended off the air. Protest. Let people know what you want. People already got what they wanted when, especially with the what's going on with everybody was wanted Cena and AJ Styles to clash one more time. So they did announce this X that John Cena and AJ Styles will fight one more time at Crown Jewel. So and plus after that, I think Cena has like about four more appearances yet. I don't think he's appearing at the November 1st Saturday night's main event, but he's appearing to the December 1 Saturday's night main event, which would be his final match. Um, Kind of same thing they did with July with Goldberg his last match, but like I said, Goldberg did have a better showing in that match he did than some of the WWE matches that he had because they tried to like limit it, but people can be picky and choosy. No, I can't, but you know what you want. Okay, so next up, please move on to the yeah, this one I read today. I'm not gonna click on it, but I'm gonna talk about it. That if y'all know Keenan Thompson, you know, great comedian, started as like a child comedian with like Nickelodeon and all that and stuff. Then now still with SNL and has some great movie spots that he's been in, all through his career, even before the Saturday Night Live. Um, his production company, I forgot what the other guy's name they're gonna work with him. Um, anyways, I think it's called like I gotta click on it anyway because I gotta remember what the production company name is. I think it's let's see, Artist to Artist. That's what it was. Artist for Artists. That's what their company name, Artist for Artists, which is really cool. So, of course, y'all see it right there. They're gonna do a Macho Man Randy Savage bio, like a bio movie. Well, they call it biopics, but it's probably gonna end up like being a movie. It'd be cool as well, have that happen. So I don't know who they cast for the person to play Macho Man, or they're gonna do like I won't say biopic, maybe like a big documentary. Maybe they'll become a movie or something. That could be what it is. Who knows? Um, Ken Thompson, big fan of Macho Man Ray Savage, and plus a big WWE fan as well. So, so yeah, him and his partner. Okay, oh yeah, Johnny Ryan Jr. So yeah, so it'll be interesting. I don't know, if WWE is gonna be like help producing it as well or anything like that. Who knows? But they probably would need them because most of the stuff they got with WWE, WCW, and TNA. So yeah, so maybe WWE would be like a little bit behind it. So I'm kind of glad it's happening. So I guess there's still things that I know what was going on with with Macho Man during his career. Then there's other things that I probably don't know. So it should be interesting to see. So can't wait for it. Be more happy for it. Hopefully it does come out and stuff like that, and we will see. Um, if it ever goes back to it, come on. Okay, so let's see. I think it was two more. Okay, yeah, we did talk about the John Cena match. We talked about that already. Okay, Conan says AAA is a pain in television distribution in the USA. Doesn't name the network yet. Okay, so seems like they got something going on, and why not? Maybe WWE is like helping in the mix in that too. So you know, of course, WWE owns AAA, and why not? Maybe the CW or maybe something local, or maybe they'll put it on the one of the Spanish channels like Telemundo, or have like another maybe NBC do like host their weekly show if they do one, and go from there. So yeah, let's see what else. Wait, Triple H reveals that WWE is building a bigger and better performance in Orlando. Like, what more can they do? I don't know. I think that like they did good enough, but it's just like, what more can they do? Of course, you all know about the betrayal of Asuka and Kyrie Zane, attacking Io Sky when she was trying to stop them from beating up Rhea Ripley. What a crazy mess. So yeah, Crown Jewel is not that long from now. It's like yeah, October 11th. So it's like 2 weeks from 2 weeks from Saturday. Yeah, that's crazy. Um, let's see. Let's see. Yeah, and BSPN was really critical of yesterday's Raw, which I thought it was better than WrestlePalooza, but I guess ESPN bet to differ and graded it at F minus. Wow. So I guess for WWE, not a good start for them with the ESPN partnership. And yeah, okay, this is one more thing I want to talk about before we end the show. So this mainly talk about game over, of course. 0-7 Brewers. I mean, not Brewers, but Padres. So either way, the Padres did win the seasons. Well, the series with them. Uh, yeah, 7-0 Padres. So I think the problem was what they did was to change the lineup on this one, and I think some people that you bring in their returns like Jake Bowers, you should have used Reese Hoskins for like first base. So right now, with Jake Bowers, it's not working at all. So I know I'm jumping to baseball, but you get like frustrated. You thinking like you got the best for them to do it. Now I know there's certain teams you just like can't beat, but this is gonna be one of those things that they gotta do better than that. But that's my opinion. And Speaking of which, I'm going to support Jimmy Kimmel Live, so I am going to watch it. Although it's already going on, and uh, yeah, sorry, it just like I don't know. Anything with Tim Allen in it is just kind of like dreadful because how he is. But anyways, okay, following almost stick in pro wrestling Noah and that little thing he did at AAA special event. I don't know if they would call it like pay per view or anything like that because you get to watch it on YouTube. So I don't know what you think. So let's see. Charlie Denson and they recruit Lewis. Oh, probably one of their development guys that's probably going through freaking WWE Evolve. That's what I mean. Okay, so they're gonna appear at Tokyo's Korakuen Hall on September 23rd. So pro wrestling, WWE working with each other. They send certain stars there, and they borrowed like a few stars from there to be on NXT. So kind of like a back and forth. Oh, it'll be his first time competing in Goa. Oh wow. Wow. That's crazy. But anyway, was it just like them two? Is it? Okay, it's just it seems like it's them two. And I don't know why Charlie Dempsey is not getting called up to the main roster. Ben Heritage's champion, and you know, they just not doing much with him. And no, he has some matches in TNA as well, and he's just been like all over the world. And it's like, why not push him up? Like push him to the main roster. I don't know, but you know what? I guess that's them, and whatever. Anyways, I know I'm over the 45-minute mark, but I am gonna, and I'm gonna end it from here. So guys, please thank you for watching. Thanks for the likes that I see on YouTube, and also for the likes getting on TikTok. So yeah, I'm trying to think. I know we gotta still do, bring our shows back like the Jones Chronicles, and also bring back WFSO After Dark. It's gonna be somewhere around October, well, next month. So we'll figure it out, and we'll let y'all know as soon as we figure out where to place it at. So yeah, and also I need to make like an announcement that there's gonna be one point next month. I am gonna take a break, maybe like a 5 day break, and I won't post anything. But maybe probably like the week before, I'll try to post some videos that I need to post it up. So probably the only thing you probably hear me post up is like maybe like a couple of Bucks games, because I think Bucks game the week I want to take the 5 days off. I think there's a couple of Bucks games that's gonna be going on. So I will do like the videos of that or those two games, but like everything else, of course, Resclusive is already set up, and starting in October is going to be 2 episodes of Resclusive. So yeah, got something to watch on that Thursday. I don't know where I'm going to bring the WFSO top 10, and that I don't know. I'm also with like I said, I want to do the Forgottens, but still didn't have a chance, work out like what I'm going to talk about. So some people, they gave their options, like opinions about, who should I talk about that with TNA, the rest of TNA misuse. So we will like get to that, but I got some ideas on a few wrestlers I want to talk about. So I'm probably gonna end up waiting until next year to like for it to start. So it's gonna be early next year when you're gonna see the Forgotten Forest second season. Um, in, but that's great. But anyways, like I said, I appreciate you guys watching. Please, like I said, please support the channel. Clicking your notifications on when the next time you'll see like a video out there that I do for YouTube. Um, Also, you guys on TikTok, follow me on this chat. I think we got something coming up that we're gonna do like the movie review. So that's gonna be coming up this weekend, and just watch out for that. Marvel Zombies will be released tomorrow, and all 4 episodes will be on there. So probably gonna end up have to watch that this weekend. Um, I'm trying to think what else, but anyways, comment below what you think about today's show. And like I said, it was all nothing but wrestling most of the time. And yeah, so try and get 1,000 subscribers for YouTube before the year's end. So hopefully we can at least get to 600 by the end of this month. Crazy things can happen. So maybe I have the opportunity to get to 1,000 subscribers. And when we do that, we will start be doing like a prize package or giveaways and stuff like that in the near future. So without you guys, there's no us, and that would be like showing more appreciation of you guys. Subscribing and watching us. I'll say almost every day, but you know. Anyways, over 3,000 videos and counting. So yeah, I'm really happy about that. Ended up passing the 3,000 mark around like a week or two ago. But anyways, guys, check out the website wrestlingfanspeakout.weebly.com. Check out our sponsors, Midwest Wrestling Collectibles. You can check them out on Facebook and also on our website on the sponsor page as well. And also you check them out with our other sponsor, Great Scott Sports Cards, which they do have a they want to sell cars and stuff like that, buy, sell, trade, all the other stuff, or help you with your car situation. And also, with Midwest Wrestling Collectibles, they're doing a liquidation sale, so everything must go. Autographs, like yeah, autograph photos, uh, uh, figures, T-shirts, and all that stuff. Oh wow, that's crazy. Uh, so, oh, excuse me. So this was our sponsor. Plus, we're also sponsoring, Slam and Championship Wrestling for their upcoming October event. So all that information is on their I don't know if they updated their Facebook page, but go ahead and check it out. If not, you can see like all the information and updated stuff on our website that they got their own separate page on there. So check them out. We also got Magic Mary. We're sponsoring them as well. They have a event coming up on October 15th. So Wave of Light. So you're in the Milwaukee area or whatever, come see it. From 6:45 through 8 p.m. 600 South Water Street in Milwaukee. So you know it'll be some gifts for the lost parents, and also people getting free food because WFSO and all other there's all other companies that are sponsoring this event too. So check it out. You never know who will be down there. Any of the I'll just say politicians and stuff like that. That's from the state. So you never know who's going to show up. But anyways, managementmemory.org. If you can't make it, if you want to like donate to the cause, or if you're looking for help like with trying to deal with grief with like an infant and pregnancy loss, they will help you with that. And also if they can't help you with that, they will give another source in your area that will, wherever you are all around the world, they will give you like in sources like to help you out no matter where you are. But anyways, guys, yep, that's it for me. Whoa, I hit the hour mark. But anyways, you guys have a good one. See you later. Man up, woman up, face up. Check your mental health, and also it is Suicide Prevention Month. So please check on your friends and check on your people. So, anyways, like I said, until next video, you guys have a good one. See you later. Have a good one.